Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Akbar Afridi, and today we would be studying connectives in English. So let's begin with the what are connectives. Connectives are words which are used to connect to different sentences. Okay, so first of all, why do we use connectives? The purpose to use it is to create fluency in our writing, that the reader who reads it should not stuck or should not suffer to understand our reading, our writing. That's why we use connectives. We use it as a modification as well. We use very different words for the uh, we use different words for as a good connectives. First of all, use one linking word or expression at a time. In some languages, linking words are used in pairs. In English, except for either or and, neither, nor. We normally use one conjunction to you join two statements. We always use the word either with or. We use this to, like, for example, I would neither choose to go to Islamabad nor to Lahore. Okay, would you either like to have tea or have some fresh juice? So when we would be using either or neither, we would use two words with them as well. That would be or with either or, and with neither nor. Okay, these are wrong methods of linking statements because so. Okay, so as I told you about neither or, nor, and either, there's some or two other conjunction words, linking words, which are used, but they are incorrect. Sometimes we writers used because and after so, like. Mm, he would go to Lahore because he have to attend the meeting so he could get money. So this sentence is wrong because of the word so. We haven't to use the word so. Although with but, then since and therefore, then because therefore, if and then. Okay, the following examples are correct. The first one a word is after. After I had finished my work, I wrote to my friend. Although, although it is raining, the sports meeting was not cancelled. Although my uncle is not an educated man, he is a very successful businessman. Although, like if for example I have to say something, and against that sentence I have to say that it is good because of this reason, so I have to use the word although. And after, when I have to, after, like it's very uh, according to the situation, we know that when we have to use after. Okay, then the word is as, which means since. Okay, as there is not much land, we must build large blocks of flats. As yesterday was a holiday and all the schools and offices were shut, I went for a picnic with some friends. As, like, over here, as means if this work isn't done, so that's why I do this. Okay, then another connector is as well, which means when. Okay, as I was coming out of a shop, I heard somebody shout for help. Okay, let me over here the word as mean when. Now let me tell you when. When I was coming out of a shop, I heard somebody shout for help. That is a correct sentence. Over here the word when is replaced by as. Okay, now another word is because. Because of an accident on a flyover, traffic was delayed for nearly an hour. Because is also a connector. Another example is because my friend could not come with me, I had to go swimming by myself. Okay, if if uncle comes tomorrow, we can go for a drive. If it does not rain this evening, we can play basketball. So these are examples and the words which are which connects. Okay, now the second word is thus. There are two different ways of using thus. Try not to confuse these common patterns. Yes, this is like many people get confused of the word use of thus. THUS. In most countries, men and women have equal rights and opportunities. Thus, the position of women in society has improved. Okay, like over here, we could say that these things had happened, but still, women are better. Okay, now another example is in most countries, men and women have equal rights and opportunities, thus proving that the position of women in the society has improved. Either thus starts a new grammatical sentence as in a, or we use the pattern thus ing as in be. Make up sentences similar to the examples. Okay, now the word is therefore. These are two common patterns. 2a equals to 10. Therefore, a equals 5. Okay, so these are words. Okay, as I have told you already about nor. Now, commonly used words or phrases we could say are in spite of, or you could say despite. These words mean instead of. Do not use of after despite. Write in spite of as three words like separately, spite separately, and of separately. Okay, and then in spite of the storm, all travelers returned safely. Despite the storm, all the boats returned safely. Over here, the word trawlers means boats, which goes for fishing. Okay, so after despite, we can't use the word of, but after in spite, we should use of. Okay, then another main connector is like conclusively, at last, secondly, firstly, eventually. These words are also connectives. It usually connects paragraphs, and people use it to connect different paragraphs. And these are an example of this is conclusively means beyond any doubt. Like when you are giving a conclusion of something, you could also say the output of this would be this, the resultant, the result of this is this. So this is how connectives are used, and they modifies our writing, helps improve our English, and makes and helps easy for us to make other understand. Thank you for listening.